Hello everyone, this is Winona Lumage and I just want to make a reaction video sa reaction ng karamihang tao regarding Alex Ayala's bronze win. Maraming tao ang nag-feedback sa akin because I play tennis, right? So people, like my own dad and some of my friends say na sayang daw yung bronze, hindi daw nakuha ni Alex Ayala yung silver or yung gold medal. Nasasayangan sila. Actually, karamihan naman nung nag-comment ng ganun ay mga taong hindi nagpe-play ng tennis. So, I think they don't really understand the game of tennis. And this is why in this video I want to explain and even, I guess, give a comment to the comment na sayang yung bronze medal win ni Alex Ayala. Okay, to be honest, ako rin naman nasayangan kasi actually I watched the whole, well no, not really the whole match, but mostly the second set ng match. Nung 5-2 na siya, doon ako nagsimula na manood. And then, nung nagka-climb up siya ng score and she defended 2 match points from the opponent. And nung third set, medyo busy na ako, so I was multitasking. I was kind of watching but not really. On the side of my eye lang ako nanonood. And then, mostly I was parang very, what do you call this? I'm very focused on the other thing that I'm doing, right? So yung third set, di ko na masyadong napanood. Although nakita ko nga nung pagkatapos ng third set, natapos yung match na mas mataas yung score ng kalaban. So, natalo siya and bronze medal yung i-award sa kanya as a result. So, nung una, yung comment ko rin is, sayang. She defended 3 or I think 3 match points. And nung third set naman, 3-1 na siya, diba? So, she was actually ahead. But then, nakaka-catch up yung kalaban niya, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, si Tsing Wen. Naka-catch up siya kay Alex Ayala nung third set. And then, sobrang dikit nung laban. And it was basically nung third set, I was thinking in myself, it was practically anybody's game. Anybody could win. Neck and neck talaga sila. To give background, yung kalaban niya is number 20 in the world or number 24. Basta nasa ganong mataas na ranking in the WTA. WTA is the highest league of tennis. Sa mga taong wala masyadong tennis background. And Alex Ayala, I think, I don't know if she's number 191 or somewhere in the 190s. So this is the highest ranking she's ever gotten. And that means na yung experience niya sa tennis, paakyat ng paakyat. Hindi siya yung galing sa number 20 na bumaba ng number 190. Slowly and gradually over the last 5 years, with Alex Ayala being with Rafael Nadal Academy, tumataas yung ranking niya. I-improve siya gradually, steadily, and it's so good, right? It's so good. She was like, practically 5 years ago, she was just entering in the ITF league. So, yun yung mas mababang league before WTA. So, yung kalaban niya, mas experienced na. And as you can see, dun sa game, malakas yung kalaban din niya. Payat, matangkad, malalakas yung bola. There are times na si Alex Ayala, papalo siya. Halos yung lunge niya to get her low gravity, to be able to bring back the amount of force ng bola na binibigay ng kalaban niya, halos yung tuhod niya nasa ground na eh. Ganun ka, how much niya kailangan tibayan yung lower body niya para lang maibalik yung bola ng kalaban niya. So, needless to say, malakas yung kalaban niya. Heavy spinner, malakas yung bola. And then, at the same time, ang isang napansin ko kay Alex Ayala is, madalas siya nag-try mag-drop shot, 3 or 4 shots. So, hindi naman mahaba talaga yung rally. Maiksi nga lang yung rally. Then, sa 4th shot niya, mag-gamble na siya, mag-drop shot siya. Hindi naman yun yung right time na dapat mag-drop shot siya. Hindi naman, paano ko nalaman hindi yun yung right time? Kasi yung conversion ng times na change niya yung strategy niya to do a drop shot, halos 9 out of 10 times, nagfe-fail siya doon. Hindi niya nakukuha yung puntos. syempre, pag magagawa ka ng strategy, ang goal mo is makuha mo yung puntos, diba? Ang goal mo is ma-off timing mo yung kalaban mo or somehow di siya maka-adapt dun sa drop shot na ginawa mo. Pero, may times na nagde-net, may times na pumapasok yung drop shot niya, tapos, nakahabol nung kalaban niya. Then, pag nahabol nung kalaban niya, defensive na siya, makapagbibigay siya ng floating ball, or magbibigay siya ng lob. Then, i-smash na nung kalaban niya, wala na siyang time to recover, nasa, na siya, alanganing pwesto. So, pag na-smash na nung kalaban niya, ayun, puntos na rin yun ng kalaban niya. So, hindi siya aware na hindi nag-work yung strategy na yun. She keeps doing it. And then, since hindi niya ma-handle yung lakas ng kalaban niya, she tried to overpower it. There's a time na nag-approach shot siya, tapos parang she put her whole body into it. Talagang, hindi siya yung parang natural na palo lang na ibabalik mo lang yung strength ng kalaban mo. Talagang tinaray niya yung overpower. There are times that it works, but there are times, or a lot of times, she would misfire her shots and it would go out. Kasi hindi nga niya handle yung ganon kalakas na palo for now. I mean, with her experience. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, syempre si Alex Ayala is world number 200, diba? Mas magaling naman siya mag-tennis sa akin. Pero as an observer lang, I'm just, explaining what really happened there. Kasi, like, my dad would comment last night na, bakit ganun? Hindi niya nahabol yung bola. Technically, hindi niya nahabol yung bola kasi yung tennis kasi, hindi naman yan paa lang yung gumagana eh. I mean, if you look at it, tennis is a game na there's a ball going back and forth, right? So your eye first has to process the stimuli of the ball, okay? So when your eye processes that stimuli of where the ball is going, mag-register yan sa utak mo na uutusan ng utak mo na, uy, legs, tumakbo ka na. So, there's actually a 3-step process. First, your eye has to see it, your mind has to register it into your mind, and then your legs has to move before you move to the ball. So, pag hindi niya na habol yung bola, hindi ibig sabihin na mabagal siya. Ibig sabihin, hindi na-register sa utak niya na kailangan niyang habulin yung bola. Remember, the exchange of a tennis ball from one side of the court to the other is only 3 to 4 seconds. So, milliseconds lang. Kailangan ganun kabilis mo ma-register sa utak mo saan pupunta yung bola. And imagine, sa mga malalakas, sa mga pro level, na ganun yung level nila, in order for them to hit the ball well, dapat the moment pa lang na the racket is hitting the ball ng opponent mo, dapat nare-register na sa utak mo kung saan pupunta yung bola. Yung tennis, hindi lang naman yan at that level. Hindi lang yan yung parang an exchange of balls, you just hit the ball, that's it. No. We're talking about milliseconds here. Milliseconds. Kailangan talaga, the ball is just hitting, the racket is just hitting, the racket of your opponent is just hitting the ball. That millisecond, dapat alam mo na kung saan pupunta yung bola, saan maglaland ng part ng court na anticipate mo na yun. Pumupunta ka na doon. And by the time it lands, dapat sinusundo mo na yung bola. Sinusundo meaning you're one step ahead. Dapat mabilis ka, nandun ka na. Hindi ka pwedeng mabilis lang. Kasi ang tennis, the way for you to get to the ball, dapat, okay, I'm gonna have to explain na yung movements, okay? Dapat mabilis to mabagal. Your acceleration is mabilis, then you will decelerate to hit the ball. Because if not, you will jam. So, it's really the eye that works. So, pag hindi nabasa ng isang professional tennis player yung bola, hindi niya na-anticipate kung saan pupunta yung bola, hindi niya talaga mahabol yun. Kahit sino naman diba? So, yun yung isang explanation doon kung bakit hindi nahabol ng isang tennis player yung isang bola. Back to the thing na hindi pa ma-handle ni Alex Ayala yung lakas ng kalaban niya. And she's trying to overpower it, right? Remember, nung first set, 6-1 siya. Natalo si Alex Ayala nung first set, diba? 1 yung score niya. Tennis is not just a physical game. It's a mental game. Every single point, every single shot, you're fighting for the ball, right? You're fighting for every point. Every point is earned. How much energy do you have to expend physically just to fight for that 1 point. And mentally, that's also taxing, right? Mental sport nga yung tennis eh. Diba? Everyone who's professional knows how to hit good forehands, backhand serves, and everything, volley, etc. Pero, yung pinaka mental part sa tennis is, yung strategy ng kalaban niya and the mental stress that she's already gone through from the first set and to the second set na parang hindi nag-work yung skills niya. I mean, diba? 5-2 na nga eh. Tapos, nahabol pa niya. I commend her, for the mental toughness that she had, that she was able to to defend multiple match points from her opponent. But, ina-explain ko na, kaya siguro, nagtatry na siya na mag-drop shot, kahit maaga pa. Hindi pa yung right time para mag-drop shot. Ang mas magandang strategy sana na ginawa niya is hindi niya dapat in-overpower yung kalaban niya. Malakas pumalo yung kalaban niya, okay, dapat ibalik lang niya. Yung natural na palo, diba? Pag yung natural na palo, babalik yung malakas na palo twice harder. So, dapat dagdagan niya yung patience niya, nilayo niya yung bola dun sa kalaban niya. Then, pinahaba niya yung rally. Kasi ang iksi ng rally eh. Tapos, mababa yung percentage niya. Kasi diba sa tennis or in any other sport, merong statistics. So, mababa yung percentages niya na she would win the points pag tinatry niya i-overpower yung kalaban niya. So, dapat steady lang. Then, pag steady rin yung kalaban niya, of course, yung kalaban niya is steady. Kasi nga, number 20 in the world, right? Number 24 in the whole world yung kalaban niya. So, doon na siya pwedeng magbigay ng ng ibang strategy. Baka hindi pa niya na-expose yung weakness ng kalaban niya. Baka weak sa net or pwede niyang pasukan. Hindi siya nag-try nung ganun eh, na maging versatile pa dun sa scenario na yun. So, but ako, nung una, naisip ko nga na parang sayang naman, diba? Parang it was anybody's game. She could have beat the and gotten into the finals. Nakapag silver sana siya na medal. But kung iisipin mo, kung tutuusin mo, talagang okay na yung performance niya. Hello, ano ba kayo? 190 plus si Alex Ayala. Tapos yung kalaban niya, number 20. Experience-wise, mas mataas yung experience ng kalaban niya. And yet, she was able to defend that much match points. Diba? What do you expect? I mean, we're only human, guys. Diba? I mean, kayo kaya yung pumunta dyan sa tennis court at maglaban ng ganun. Maganda ng experience yon for her. At least, marami na rin na-expose na areas of improvement for her. And I think parang, na rin yun eh, experience na malalaman niya kung ano yung dapat pa niyang i-develop in the next following weeks to months for the time na makakalaban pa siya ng mga ganun. Kasi, dude, 191 plus na siya, diba? Or 191 na yung ranking ni Alex Ayala. Hindi na malabo na mag-main draw siya ng mga Grand Slams this following year or so. Di ako maso-surprise kung magkaroon siya ng wild card sa main draw ng US Open or whatever Grand Slam there is. Maybe 2024. So, that's a good experience, a good practice na rin for her na she came 5 years ago. She literally came from starting in W15 tournaments in the ITF. Diba? So, yun. Hopefully, this has increased your tennis appreciation and kumbaga naintindihan nyo na she really didn't do so bad. In fact, she actually did really well and I congratulate her for that bronze medal win. I mean, in 61 years, we haven't won a bronze medal in the Asian Games. Parang yun nakasulat dun na nabasa ko. So, what a feat, guys. What a accomplishment for her. Congratulations talaga. Ang isang comment ko lang is rin pala sa laro niya kahapon, hindi pumapasok yung first serve niya. Yung first serve niya nga yung dapat na pumasok eh. Pero, so yun, napapuwersa siya mag second serve, tapos malakas yung kalaban niya. So, disadvantage na siya every time she serves kasi mababa yung, madalas siya mag-fault dun sa first serve niya. Tapos sa serve naman ng kalaban niya, she tries to return from the baseline. She tries to take time away from the opponent, which is good. Actually, that's a good strategy. And she tries to take time away from her opponent. Mahilig siya mag on the rise na palo, meaning yung bola sumisikat, or what do you call it? Nagba-bounce pa lang yung bola, sumisikat, tama ba? Parang, the ball's just, minimit na niya agad early yung bola, which is good. That's to take time away from your opponent. So, hats off to Alex Ayala. Congratulations to her. And yeah, wala na akong masabi.